All right, so welcome everyone to the special edition of the Team Huddle because it's post-celebration, and I know there will be people hopping on, but we'll just jump in because I want to have plenty of time for sharing because there were so many takeaways. What I love about celebration is, yes, you get information, yes, you learn new tools, techniques, new products, everything, but there's really a cellular transformation. Like people walk in one way and walk out another way, because they heard something that really shook them to the core. They learned a new belief system. So I want to hear that. I want to hear from the people who were at Celebration, not necessarily a new, product or anything, but what did you take away? What shifted you? I want to hear from people, as many shares as possible. So go for it.
Hey, Jocelyn, I'll jump in. I got an opportunity today to practice right away what we learned in Tony Robbins' session about not allowing other people's actions or attitudes to control our ability to be happy. It was a tough day at work today. But yeah, so that was one of the big things that struck me, is really just being very mindful at every point during the day that you cannot allow other people to be in control of your state of happiness or what state you're in.
Amen, girl. No circumstances. Totally. Being in a beautiful state. I love that. All right, let's keep hearing them. What else shook you to the core?
I have one.
Sure.
So I think it's pretty incredible. This was actually Elliot's and my 8th celebration, if you can imagine. And you would think at some point you get to that point where you're like, okay, what am I going to hear newly? But I think we're more fired up coming out of this celebration than ever before. And one of the things that I'll share that really stuck with me, for those of you who were there and heard Tony Robbins speak, to hear this man he's an entrepreneur of entrepreneurs, billions of dollars in companies, and to hear him stand from stage and say why he chose to come speak for Isagenix and what he sees the future of this company, that we're poised to fulfill that vision of being the largest health and wellness company in the world, was pretty cool, because he's not the kind of guy who just says things to say them. To hear an outsider looking in and their perspective on the company just solidified the belief that was already a 10 out of 10 for me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, and since you spoke up, Elle, did you want to say something?
One, he said that it's a perfect timing of, we have this amazing impact, but we're so new, but we're so stable that we really as an independent associate, the opportunity is off the charts. And two, it just speaks to the culture of the company, because he really only aligns himself with people who are really high energy, high vibing, out for changing the world for good. I mean, if there was any cracks in our foundation for that, he wouldn't come speak at our event. It doesn't matter how much money they're offering him. He probably didn't even do this for money. So it was just really, for me, solidifying like the culture, the executive team we have, what their vision is, and just how they support us in the field, how stable, and just the immense opportunity we have here.
Totally.
And
well, so this
product.
Oh, so sorry. I thought you were on.
It uses product B.
Yes, and his wife uses Isagenesis. That's awesome. Okay, can we all really give a shout out to Lindsay and Elliot, who were awarded a START Ambassador, which is huge because really just a few hand-selected people are chosen to be the ambassadors for the START group, which, if that's a new term for you, the START group is the group that Eric Coover created to represent people ages 18 to 35. He wanted that age group to really have representation. And the START group is all about contribution, really leaving a lasting legacy. So the START group does some great presentation tours, training, and truly they deserve it because they have been so committed and they really represent the values of the company. So can we all just unmute and give them a woohoo? So awesome. We love you both so much. Thanks for being START ambassadors and on our team. Okay, well, just let's hear more juicy takeaways. What shook you? What really is creating a lasting difference for you? Lauren, I'm going to call you out.
I was hoping you wouldn't, but okay.
You know I will.
So I don't know. It was such a transformational weekend for me. Or it's a week, I guess, in general. I was battling some things before and like literally shook me to my core to where I made a decision in that moment and haven't looked back. And it's been like absolutely amazing. And I look at my journal of notes every day and just kind of, I'm very grateful for where I'm at in this moment and the journey that I'm on. And I don't know, like it's hard to put into words what exactly happened for me there. So
amazing. What decision did you make?
I am not looking for a full-time job anymore.
Come on.
Yeah, so I have been having trouble finding one here since I moved, and I'm not doing it. Something's telling me I have to do it, and I'm not doing it. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for me. So
awesome. I love that. Believing in your dream. I think that's a huge part of the events is it has you build belief in yourself and your dreams and really seeing that it is possible. So I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. All right, let's hear at least 2 or 3 more takeaways. I'll just pick randomly if you don't step up.
I'll say it's Hannah. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we can. I'm trying to see.
Can you? Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So my takeaway was getting organized because I also have a full-time job. And so, eventually I want to replace that job. So it's kind of getting organized and really kind of got a lot of tips, like real tips, like, concrete things that I can do that I've already done. So I spent the weekend getting really organized. Although my lighting is terrible, but anyway, I thought I had it figured out. But I got a new desk. I got it organized. I'm all set up, So I kind of wanted to put the pieces in place for me to be successful.
Mm-hmm. And so besides the desk, what pieces for you did you take away that you can to treat this like a business? Because what I love what you're speaking to is at Celebration, they really do talk about, hey, you can do this as a hobby and you can get your product paid for and make a little bit of money, but then there's nothing that can stop you when you really treat it like a business. So what, maybe share a tangible thing that you learned?
Well, there was the whole kind of what you need to do every day to be successful. So, 3 new people or 5, whatever you want to say. And then whatever that rundown was, and I can't repeat it now, but whatever that rundown that we were given as to how many, executives, how many consultants, how many directors, managers that we need to be creating. I think it was really useful for me to really see that there are 24 hours in a day and how I'm using my time. So there's like 8 hours of work, there's another 8 hours, and then there's 8 hours, of sleep. So, that kind of thing has just really made me focus on the business, doing the business in the time that I can.
I love that.
That's
love it. Yes, the second 8 hours, you're so right, Kathy. People don't realize, like, what are they doing with the other 8 hours, And I'll just share really quickly, for me, being at Celebration was really drawing a line in the sand, just really looking at my gratitude for the last 3 years of building this, but also being like, wow, let me see what's possible with the next 3 years. And I'll just tell you, having done this for 3 years and showing up at Celebration and realizing that no matter what, we keep getting paid the same amount over and over from activity that we did 2 and 3 years ago is so worth it. And so I just want to share that with you all, like whatever stage you're in, if it feels hard or you're not sure or you haven't even gotten started, just know that the activity you do now in 3 years, you're going to be like, thank God, you're going to be so happy that you did that. So for me, it was really drawing a line in the sand, grateful for the past, and really excited for what's possible in the future. Let's hear 1 or 2 more shares, and then we're going to transition it over in just a second. I can make it awkward. I'll just chill.
Mine really had to do with focus and what you put your attention to, and how you have a choice. You can focus on the negative or you can focus on the positive, and it's really up to you and how you choose to live your life, and how you choose to share it, if you talk to strangers or if you don't. That choice and focus were two big takeaways for me.
Absolutely. That's so good. What you focus on, you find. Absolutely. I'd love to hear from someone, the last share, if it's there for people. What did you build belief in network marketing specifically? Network marketing or Isagenix? Who took something away there?
I would jump in. I felt like, I've heard kind of the spiel on needing to be a 10 out of 10 in all these different areas a few times over now in the last few months. And I honestly thought that I was there at a 10 out of 10 in all the areas. And I kind of uncovered in myself, I don't know, I think it might have been in the Susan Sly session, maybe it was somewhere else, that there are a few people in my network that I have been holding back saying anything to, because I just kind of felt like it would be out of their reach, financially, and didn't want to feel responsible, like I showed them this opportunity, and if they didn't succeed, it was somehow my fault. I don't know how to explain that any better, I guess, but it just kind of opened my eyes that I was selling some people short, that I know, because I just thought, well, maybe this would just be too much for them to even wrap their minds around, so I just won't even share it. And it just kind of felt awful. Like, who am I to decide who's worthy of this amazing thing? Like, that's just ridiculous. So that I thought I was at a 10 out of 10 until I uncovered that within myself, and I'm pushing past that and getting to a 10 out of 10 and sharing this with everyone.
Yes, totally. Making no assumptions, letting people just even know what's possible, whether it's their timing or not. So that's awesome. Well, I know we could share, and I know there's even people who are just even gathering their thoughts and everything that came through. And there's just more to share. So I know Lisa is going to share some big takeaways in terms of company vision, what's coming up. So Lisa, would you take over?
Absolutely. So, here's the thing. This was my 10th celebration, 9th year in the company, 10th celebration. And like Lindsay and Elliot, I was even more excited about the vision, about what is possible coming out of this. And, for those that were there, I mean, you got this. And for those that weren't, definitely plan on being at the next one. But this year we will do, if not $1 billion, close to $1 billion or just over $1 billion. It's going to be right around that mark. And we're 15 years old. Okay. There are very, very, very few companies that ever even make it, right? But to reach $1 billion, there's only a handful of companies that reach $1 billion. And we've done it in 15 years. But what they are projecting is that we will double that in the next 3. Took us $1 billion to get to the first, or 15 years to get to the first $1 billion. It'll take us 3 to get to the next $1 billion. And the opportunity, we haven't even touched really international. They're going to be opening Ireland and the Netherlands later this year, and then the rest of Europe behind that. So if you really understand what is available, and all of the millionaires, they filled the stage with all the people earning $100,000 a year, to over $250,000, over $500,000, and over $1 million. All those people combined were close to 500 people. But here's the thing, they're creating new millionaires every week now. And some of those people, guys, they've been in for 3-4 years. There are people who've done it in less than 2. So if you really understand what is possible, you really won't sleep. There were nights I was journaling, I was writing out what is possible, because it's just getting a few people who really see this vision, who want to link arms with you and who want to run. And what they've got coming up, there's some amazing incentives. And Lindsay's going to talk more about what's really coming up. But as a team, if we link arms, everybody can be hugely successful. Imagine where you could be a year from now, in terms of where your life could be. I mean, my life entirely changed because of this company, but I've seen people, in 3 months, Gary, in a 90-day game plan, and the 90-day game plan starts today. In 90 days, he completely transformed his entire business and went 3-star, which is a 6-figure income, guys, in 90 days. Everybody can do that. And as we come into the fall, this is the time. This is the time when everybody, change of season is when people get really excited, particularly as we come into the fall, because summer barbecues are over. We put on a little bit of weight. Summer holidays are over. Kids are back in school. Okay, now it's time to get, back into a normal routine. So what you can accomplish, set your goals right now. Set your goals for what you want to achieve in the next year. Where do you see yourself in the next year? Where do you see, then back it up. Where do you see yourself in the next, by celebration next year, but then by New Year's kickoff and in the next 90 days? And then run with it. A concerted effort, running with it, you can create magic, but it happens in short bursts of energy. And so this is the time. I mean, the company, the executive team that they have brought on board is like second to none. I was talking to Kathy Coover a few weeks back, and she was saying she has never been more excited by what is coming up, what is happening right now than she is. She's never been in the 15 years more excited than she is right now, because of the people we have in place and because of the incentives that we have in place. And if you understand that, you can create tremendous change in your life. So, set your goal and then strap on your seatbelts and get ready for an amazing ride, because it is going to be crazy what is going to happen in the next year. And you don't want to, in the next 3 years, doubling, bringing in another $1 billion in the next 3 years. And you don't want to look back 3 years from now and say, I wish I had. The straw, regret is one of the saddest things in the world. You don't want to look back and say, gosh, I wish I had just put it in a little more effort. I wish I had just done this, and see all these people in this team right here who have completely transformed their lives. Make the decision. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to the beautiful Lindsay Schwartz to bring us home and really talk about what to do in the next, this week, what to do now.
Yes. So all of this, coming out of an event sometimes can feel like you have your hair on fire. You're just, but we want to give everyone really concrete action steps, because we've also had it happen to us before, where we come out of an event all excited, and then 90 days goes by and we look back and we're like, oh gosh, we never really put that into action. We never really turned it into momentum in our business. So we want to give you kind of an overview of what the next 30 days is going to look like, and then what to be doing this week in order to set yourself up for success in this 90-day action plan. So everyone is going to want to have a pen and paper. If you don't already, just give you a second to grab that. And I want you to jot down a couple of important dates. So something that we're really going to be promoting and talking a lot about as a team are dedicated weeks when we as a team are going to be running for goals together. So whether your goal that week is just to create a new consultant, go manager, or maybe you're working toward a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star goal in the residual income, we are all going to set these goals together, because we've seen it, and you've heard us talk about this before. It is way more fun and way more effective when we rank advance together. So the dates that you want to have on your radar, and you already want to be looking ahead, and like if it were me, I block out on my calendar, I put it in my Google Calendar, rank advancement week. So if someone says, hey, can you guys hang out? Hey, can you go to dinner? Unless it is going to directly affect our rank advancement run, I clear the schedule. You know, if you have children, maybe arrange, childcare for a couple of the days that week. You really want to protect the time that you're going to be dedicating to your business that week. Sorry. Mute. Okay. There's an alien who just wanted to visit our call. So the dates that you want to write down are September 18th through the 24th, and then also October 16th through the 22nd. So those are the weeks we're going to be looking toward and strategizing as a team. You might be hitting goals before then, like you might have an opportunity to run for 5 cycles or run for manager. None of that changes, but during these weeks, we're all going to be setting a goal as a team, even if it's just to hit a high cycle week, that we're running together and we're leveraging the energy of this community to get farther. Just like we say, we're stronger when we work together. So those dates again, September 18th through the 24th, and then October 16th through the 22nd. So something to be thinking about if you are enrolling new people this week. We've got so we're going to transition now and talk about what to do this week. Any enrollments that come in this week, you want to be thinking about scheduling those auto ships to fall within the September 18th through the 24th. And if that doesn't make sense to you, if this is all kind of new, work with the person that is mentoring you and they can explain more. But essentially, anyone you enroll this week, the thought is their auto ship will come due 30 days from now. So you can already view everything you do now can affect that goal week 30 days from now. Make sense? Just give me like a nod or a thumbs up if it does. Okay, cool. So you already want to be thinking, what's a goal you're going to set for yourself? What are you going to stretch toward? And then work with your mentor on a plan, coming up with a plan for what it's going to take activity-wise between now and then in order to have you just rock that goal. So let's talk a little bit about what you can be doing this week. And here's what I'm going to challenge you to do. I'm going to talk about 3 things that you can be leveraging this week. And I want you to, on your piece of paper, write down each of these, promotions / opportunities. And I want you to make a list of people that you're going to reach out to, follow up, or contact for the first time specific to one of these things. You can contact people for all 3, but have an idea. Use these as a memory jogger to think, oh yeah, that's right, I need to follow up with this person, or that person would love the new shake. So the first one is the seasonal shake, cookies and cream. Who's tried it? It's amazing. And we're not going to spend this call talking about how amazing the new products are, but if you've tried the cookies and cream shake, I expect to see you posting in the Facebook group tomorrow when it launches, sharing in Stronger Together how much you loved it, what you thought of it, encouraging people to go out and get it, right? So Stronger Together is like our storefront. So if you've tried the seasonal shake or one of the new products from Celebration, I want to see you posting in there. So that's action number 1. Try a new product, order a new product if you haven't already. The seasonal shake comes out tomorrow, so that could be 1. And then post about it. What did you love? Why did you love it? Why should people try it? Okay? So action step number 1, leverage new products, order them yourself, and then share in the product group. Opportunity number 2 is all week until the 20th, we have free membership. There is no better time to go back to people you've talked to about Isagenix before and new people and really leverage that $29 savings. So regardless of which pack they order from a 30-day on up, if the pack already has free enrollment, they're saving $29. And I can't tell you how many times that has been just enough, just the nudge that people need to say yes to Isagenix right now. So you want to make kind of a separate list. Okay, who have I talked to in the last 90 days that I need to follow up with? Who are new people on my list that I'm reaching out to? Just saying, hey, wanted you to know we have this promotion going on this week. Okay? So leverage the free membership. And then in combination with that, the third thing that you're going to see us talking a lot about as a team is the ISA Body Challenge. Who right now is not already enrolled in an IsaBody challenge? You're not already enrolled in one. Okay, perfect. And that's okay. Don't worry. This isn't like, shame on you. But what an amazing opportunity to start a new IsaBody challenge yourself and then just invite people to join it with you. You can say, hey, this week we even have free membership. Why don't you, if they're new people, they can sign up and take advantage of the free membership, or go back to people on your team that maybe have been just kind of ordering here and there and see if they want to do it with you. This is the perfect time to start, because literally starting a new challenge right now, 16 weeks takes us right up to the holidays. And how many people, when Thanksgiving rolls around, are feeling bad about themselves because their pants are a little tight? Not naming names. What a better way to start your New Year's resolutions now. Just get ahead of the curve and go into the holidays feeling amazing. So first of all, think about, why are you committing to this IsaBody challenge? Share authentically what it's done for you in the past, and then what your new goal is, and invite people along on that journey with you. There is no better way to inspire people to take on their health than to set a new goal for yourself. No matter how healthy you are, set a new goal that you're going to challenge yourself to and be public about it. So just to recap, promote the IsaBody challenge. Start one, or invite people to start one if you're already in the middle of it, and then leverage that free membership. So Dawn asked, 16 weeks is a big commitment for new people. How do you message the benefits of the IsaBody challenge to prospects? Okay, so perfect question. Since we're kind of coming up on the time, I'll answer this quickly, and then we can definitely start a dialogue about this. Would love to have others chime in the business page. Here's the deal. Everything is what our energy is around it. So if we're excited about the IsaBody challenge and we think it's just the most fun thing in the world, that's going to come through in our energy. If we are concerned that there's, oh gosh, that's a lot for a new person, or that's a lot to ask of them, then they might feel that way too. Here's how we set it up. I say to people, look, you're going to use the products anyway. Why not sign yourself up? It takes 2 seconds, and then you're in. You're going to kick yourself if 30 days from now you look amazing and you didn't start the challenge, right from the beginning. So I just say, look, let's get you started on this. And then I don't even overwhelm them with, you have to order 500 BV and here you have to do this, this, and this. I build into that conversation. So first thing I do is I just invite them to join. I keep it fun, and just share what I'm excited about. Hey, Elliot and I always do the IsaBody challenge. We love it. It's so much fun. You get a free t-shirt, and then he reminds me to mention that you can win $25,000. I forget about that part because I love free t-shirts. But talk about what you are most excited for. And then just say, hey, you may as well, you're using the products anyway, let's get you enrolled in this. And then as they have their experience, I send them the website and make sure they have all the details and know the qualifications, etc. But I just just like anything, I kind of build into that conversation so it's not so much information right away at the beginning. So that's an awesome question, Dawn. And I would even say post that in the business group. Let's start a dialogue. I'd love to have people chime in about how you are leveraging the IsaBody challenge and uniquely, incorporating that into your conversations. Okay, so I already talked about clearing your calendar, just making sure you're really set up for that rank advancement week. And then obviously right now, the last thing that you can be doing, the last action item is start looking ahead at your calendar. Plan launch parties, plan events. You can do a Zoom launch party. This week, an opportunity that you all may have seen, I'll repost. I shared it in the groups, but I'll reshare it. We're going to be doing another Wellness Wednesday Facebook Live. So these two handsome faces, one of us will wear red lipstick. I can't promise which one, but we'll be doing that Wellness Wednesday. And this time we're going to specifically share about the IsaBody challenge. So we're going to share in that context. So if you're having conversations with people and saying, hey, we're starting this challenge, our vision is to have 1,000 people taking on this challenge at the same time, hop on this Facebook Live on Wednesday and learn more. You can just let us do the work for you. So again, I'll share that tonight so people can have the, that they can have the information for it, and you can be inviting. And then just a short update, and then we'll wrap up here. So we're gonna shake things up a little bit with our team huddles. We really wanna be empowering new leadership. And to do that, we're going to encourage people to plug in to your smaller groups for the championship challenge. Now, if you're not part of a group already, connect with, the leader that you typically work with the most. I think most of you kind of know who you're kind of connected in with, or ask one of us if you're not sure. We're going to be working in smaller groups and masterminding a little bit closer with each other. So you want to start with, who are you in a championship challenge team with? If you're not connected in with a team yet but would like to be, let us know. We'll get you plugged in. And we're going to connect as a big group like this one time a month. The other weeks, you're going to be connecting in with your championship challenge team. This is going to allow for you to start doing some of the training in your small group. It's going to allow for you to flex your leadership muscles and come up with creative ideas with your group. And then when we come back together, it's like a big huddle, mastermind, celebrating successes. So again, we're just trying this out. We really want to encourage new leadership. We're not saying this is how it's always going to be, but we're really excited about seeing some of you step up and start training a little bit more and really get to work hands-on and master the fundamentals, because that is what creates long-term success in this business. So the next call, where we're going to be together as a big group, it'll be posted in the business group as well, but the next call is going to be Monday, September 11th, and you'll notice that's 1 week in advance. That's kind of going to be like the ramp-up week before the rank advancement run, which is the 18th through the 24th. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Lisa, Jocelyn, myself. But again, you should all kind of know who you're plugged in with. And if you don't, connect with one of us. We'll make sure you're plugged in. And then you'll notice a lot more content and training being shared in the Facebook business group. Facebook Live training topics, and just, so much that's going to be accessible to you on demand, because we realize that people have full lives and you guys are all raring to go and running in this business. So we want to create a lot of opportunity for you to be, making your Isagenix calls and connecting with your smaller group without having to just spend your whole night on, on training calls, because that isn't what actually builds our business, right? So anything that I am missing, Lisa or Jocelyn, I think they had to hop off. Anything I missed? Okay, cool. So again, we'll share all these updates in the Facebook group, but go back to the actions that you wrote down tonight. I want you to make your list. Who are you contacting this week to talk about the new products, to talk about free enrollment, or invite them to join the IsaBody Challenge? And we cannot wait to see you guys rock out this 90-day action plan. We're ready. Are you excited? Woo-woo! Woo! Okay, awesome. Have a great night, you guys, and we will connect with you all soon.
Bye everyone.
Thank you.